Dealing with emotions in trading is key for successful traders. In this video, we're going to talk about money management. We're going to talk about following your rules. We're going to go over account balance and how this could affect your emotions as well. We're going to talk about over trading and preparing for the day ahead, so you're on the top of your game every time you're looking at the market. That will help you to properly deal with emotions and not be scared and stressed when the position is going against you, but at the same time being relaxed and confident when the trade is going in your favor. Okay? So before we proceed with this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel, ring the notification bell, and leave a comment below this video and let me know how do you deal with emotions in trading. Also, check out all the links in the description below this video and follow us on social media to see more trading related content in the future. Alright, without further ado, let's carry on with this video. Here at Trendline, we provide education, trading courses, strategies, mentorship to our traders. And I've noticed that the major problem most of the time and what holds back traders from being consistently profitable is money management. And this is something that everyone has to learn in the beginning of their trading journey. Right? You know, there's no way you're not going to go through some negative emotions when you're risking 20, 30, maybe even 50% of your account every time you enter a trade. And if that trade loses and your account is 50% down in a short period of time, obviously this is going to bring some negative emotions. And every time you're frustrated, you're angry, and you're not feeling good, that will only affect really bad on your trading results as well. Right? And you've probably heard about the 1% rule. What that means is you're supposed to risk 1% of your account every time you open a trade. Alright? And if, let's say, you've got a losing trade, you've got, let's say, 2-3 losing trades, well, that means you've only lost 3% of your account. And that's much easier to deal with. Right? And that will also allow you to stay in the game for a longer period of time. And whenever you've got a losing streak, you're going to be able to get to that point where you will stack up some winning positions as well, and you can get out of that drawdown. Whereas if you're risking 20, 30 or 50% of your account every time you lose a trade, you're only allowing yourself to be wrong 2 or 3 trades in a row before you wipe out your account. It doesn't make sense. Every time you open a trade with a big risk percentage and you see how the profit and loss window fluctuates and it changes prices all the time, well, that's very, very stressful. So you can't really be on the top of your game when you're looking at such a quick loss on your account, in a short period of time. And therefore, risking 1% of your account will definitely help you dealing with negative emotions, and it will be much, much easier to manage your account properly. Moving on to the next point, which I think is very obvious, following your strategy rules. And what do I mean by that? Well, that's much easier said than done. Alright, now you've got to have a winning strategy in order to make consistent profits, right? But whenever you've got a strategy, you have to know exactly when to enter a trade, when to exit a trade. And not just that, but also, what lot size to use every time you open a trade, something that we spoke about just a second ago. You need to know how to manage your positions accordingly, and all that stuff, right? That should be in your trading plan already. Because you've built a strategy which performs well over a long period of time, and if you don't follow it, then you can't expect the same results that you've seen in your backtest. Okay? And not only that, but even if you're following your rules, you have to go through your results at the end of every week, every month, every 3 months, depending on what time frames you're trading on, and then you can start making some little changes, but only after you've had some trades on your record and you know what to change in order to expect better results in the future, right? You shouldn't be changing your strategy after every trade, whether it's a win or a loss, because you don't really know how that strategy will perform over a long period of time. And that's why I'm saying, at the end of every 3-6 months, that's when you want to start making some changes, because then you will have the results to show you what needs to be changed in order to maximize your profits, or at least cut some losses. right? Also, something else is you probably want to know, how much you want to trade every single day, because let's say there will be days where you will make some good profit at the beginning of the day, let's say during London session, and then you give all that profit back just because you think you've got a lucky day, but then you start losing trades at the second half of the day, and like I said, you either give all the profit back to the market, or maybe even you lose money till the end of the trading session. Alright, so obviously this is going to bring some negative emotions and feelings, and when you come back to the charts the next day, that could affect your trading as well. Alright, so it's probably best to call it a day when you've made some profit at the beginning of the day, instead of continuing trading and then stack some losses and lose all the profit that you've made earlier. Okay? Now, the next thing that could affect your emotions when trading is your account balance. And that really depends on the person, because for some people, let's say $10,000 account is a large account size, but for others, 1 million could be a large account size and 10,000 could be nothing, right? So think about yourself here, and how much are you willing to deposit in your trading account, or how much do you currently trade with? Because let's say if your account balance is too small, for example, you're trading with $100, well, obviously there's not going to be a lot of emotions involved when you're trading, but at the same time, you're not going to achieve any good results, anything that you're going to be happy with, right? And that's when you will be trading with a large risk of your account, and this is going to lead to negative trading results, because at one point you're just going to wipe out, you're going to lose your account, because you're going to be trading with 20, 30, 50% risk just so you can make some profit at the end of the month, something significant. But like I said, in the long term, that never leads to positive results when you're trading with that much risk. On the other hand though, when you're trading with account size which is way too big, I would suggest to probably withdraw 50% of that account, or maybe even 80% of that account, and then whenever you're feeling more confident, then put that money back into your account and then start trading. But when we're talking about a big account size, I suggest that to those of you who already have a winning strategy. You've got your rules, you know how to follow them, you've had some experience trading, that's when you should be trading a bigger account size, okay? If you haven't, then I would suggest, like I said, leave a small portion of that account, active and trade that only. Right, so like I said, that really depends on what your occupation is, how much money are you willing to lose in the markets, and all that stuff. So this is independent for each one of us. Alright, moving on, over trading. This is another big reason for why a lot of traders are failing to achieve consistency in their trading. And what I mean by that, well, especially beginners, they always tend to overtrade. I used to do it as well, especially if you're trading on the lower time frames. Alright, now I would say for those of you that are scalping, you should only pick one to three maybe instruments, and that's what you should be focusing on. There's no way, you're looking at the 5-minute time frame and at the same time you've got a watch list of 10 or 20 instruments. Alright, just physically it's impossible to follow each one of those instruments, how each candle closes, on every 5 minutes, right? And if I have to be honest, even if you're trading on the hourly, the 4-hour time frames, if you've got 20 instruments in your watch list, you've got multiple time frames, and a few strategies, then obviously at any point you can open up the chart and you can find a trading opportunity. Alright, but that's wrong, because that's what leads to more and more losses. Alright, you have to make sure that you're only taking the best setups, and most of the time that means you're gonna have to wait for a long period of time. Alright, successful trading is more waiting than trading. Okay, and I know a lot of people are choosing to trade on the lower time frames just because they're more active there, and that would normally mean that they're gonna be in a trade most of the time. And if that's the case, then you're probably setting up yourself for a fail. Okay, so this is very important. Like I said, if you're going to be trading on the 5, the 15, the 1 minute chart, pick one instrument, maybe, two or three instruments, but not more than that. And those should be instruments that, you're feeling comfortable with, because after a certain period of time, you're going to learn how those instruments move, and it will get used to trading them. And obviously you will, increase your win rate and profitability. Okay, at the end of the day, over trading is never going to lead to better results. Like I said, that could happen sometimes where you will make some good profits because you're trading a lot, but that could happen in a day, and then the next week you will continue trading the same way because you've seen that you've made some profits, and then you're gonna lose a big portion of your account. Right? And over trading also leads to other negative emotions, such as revenge trading, something that you've probably already heard about, right? Because when you start trading actively and you're looking for trades constantly on the charts, and you enter a lot of trades per day, if you've got good results at the end of the day, like I said, you will continue doing the same thing in the next days, right? But if you've got bad results and you've lost some money at the end of the day, then you will continue trading again the same way, even though you've had bad results, just because you can make all the losses back. All right, and that will also lead to negative results at the end of the week, month, and you can potentially lose your account doing that. I know a lot of people who have lost their accounts due to over trading and revenge trading more specifically. Okay, so in conclusion, dealing with emotions in trading, is much easier when you're preparing for the day ahead. And what do I mean by that? Well, you need to know what instruments you're going to be trading. Okay, you need to know what setups, what scenarios you're looking at, and at the same time, you need to know, out of those instruments, where do you have any potential trades for today? Okay. And what we normally do each and every morning in our private Telegram, and what we send out to our private members, is our analysis for the day ahead on each one of those instruments. This is our watch list right here. And then we've also got a few instruments that we look at, every single day. Sometimes they could be different, but let's say for today, we've only got 3 instruments to look out for. And, the rest of those we'll have a look at the end of the day, because we know that we don't have any potential trades for today. So that means I don't even need to pay attention to them. And if I'm looking at each one of those instruments at the end of every hour, I'm probably gonna get tempted and enter a trade when I'm not supposed to. Right? And if I know that I've got, decent setups on, let's say, just a couple of those instruments, or like in this case, 3 instruments, then I know at the end of every hour the candle close, I would then go through those 3 instruments only and see what is going on with price action, and do I actually have an entry. And then, like in this case, we're looking at pound dollar, we've got our analysis, price is doing exactly what we thought it would do. Then we look at our potential entry right here, and whenever price comes into our zone, we then want to enter, for example, a short trade. We know where to exit that trade, we know when to enter that trade, and at the same time, we're actively managing it by looking at the candle close at the end of every 1 hour. Okay, that way we are prepared. We know what to wait for, we know what we want to see, and if we don't see the confirmation, we're just not entering a trade. It's as simple as that. Right? That way we don't have to deal with that many emotions, and everything becomes much easier, and trading becomes much more pleasant and not as stressful. Okay, so if, let's say, we enter a trade, we lose that trade, we're not bothered at all, because we've got a strategy which has been working for the past few years. We update that strategy constantly, and we're very confident to trade it as well. So I'm not bothered if I have 3 losing positions for the day, because I know over a long period of time, doing exactly the same thing day in and day out, I will have positive results at the end of the month, the end of the year, and so on. Right? So if you want to learn our strategies, if you want to see how we analyze each one of those pairs, and also if you want to receive our trading signals, then you can join our private Telegram channel. You can get in touch with us by joining our free Telegram channel first, for which you can find the link in the description below this video. Alright, make sure to give us a like I said, leave a comment below this video, let me know if I've missed something, let me know how do you deal with your emotions in trading, and that way we can help more traders along the way. Okay, that's all for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care everyone, and wish you all a successful trading. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to watch our last 2 videos where you can find more valuable information. Check out our channel for more trading related videos. I wish you all a successful trading, and I'll see you next time.